What's going on, guys? Happy Gravy Day. It's Past Gravy episode 483 with Alex, Pat, and Robert back at it again. And we got another fun-filled episode of Past the Gravy. We're talking some baseball here. Actually, why don't we just get right into baseball? Why don't we just hop right into baseball? We'll start things off in the Precome segment with some baseball talk. Shout out to the Astros. Yordan Alvarez walk-off home run yesterday. That was pretty sick. Down to the last out and hits a 3-run homer to walk it off against the Mariners in ALDS game 1. But what I thought was funny is that I called it a dong. I was like, dude, he just hit a dong with that one. And Emma made fun of me thinking, she was like, wait, what? What are you saying about his dong? I was like, no, a dong, like a home run. And I just realized that maybe not everybody speaks the same like lingo that I speak. And so if everybody's not going to recognize dong, I feel like they don't have to recognize everything else, but we should definitely go back to something I have talked about on Past the Gravy in previous like years, even so much so that we've had 2 beers named after it. Darling like a Marlin as just a call on a home run. Like that Yordan Alvarez home run was darling like a Marlin. And I think we could shorten it to like kind of say like we could say like, oh, this was a better home run than the other ones. Like we could have a darling, like some that are darlings. If it's just, it goes out, it's a walk-off. But like when you hit a fucking like upper decker home run, that's a fucking Marlin. And then sometimes you just hit a straight up D-Lam when it's just out of this world. You hit it out of McCovey Cove, it's a fucking D-Lam.
No.
You're silencing the dog.
I'm trying. I hate that animal so much. It's not a dog. It's not worthy of being called a dog. It's not. It's a piece of shit. I hate it. It's barking at nothing. There's nothing I can do to stop it. No, I'm sorry. I can't. Like maybe if they played for the Marlins, you could do it. It's too wordy, dude.
No, and that's a darling. Right there, like that's a darling. That's a good one.
That just sounds like you're trying too hard to have
that one's a
call.
That one's a Marlin.
No,
you're
but
like,
you just
need.
You started out on the right path. Everyone needs to recognize dong. Everyone needs to recognize the power of dong. But also,
do we get a
little
PTG?
It's good. Everyone should love dong.
Get a little PTG lingo out into like, the everyday discussions you have when you watch the game. Dude, did you see that fucking darling from Yordan Alvarez last night? That was nuts. Walked it right off. People are like, what's a darling? Hey, dude, it's a fucking walk-off. It was a fucking home run that he hit. Right?
Okay, what's more fun? That or saying, dude, did you see Yordan's massive dong last night? That's so much more fun to say.
Yeah, but it gets you made fun of like it got me made fun of yesterday.
Okay. But I'm sorry. Dong is a great name for a home run. Because he just dropped dong on that pitch.
But there's like a dong, which is just like, oh shit, that was sick. But like, I think Darlin and Marlin, and then even just going like, dude, that's a D-Lam right there.
Well, no, I mean, dong is it's got to be an absolute blast. Which that one was. It was a line drive to like the 4th deck of the second.
But you can just be like, dude, hit a dong right there.
4th row, second deck.
Hit a dong. And that was a straight up D-Lam. Is what I would.
Dude, dong. It's like, perfect. It's one syllable. It's easy to say. A baby can say dong.
Yeah, but it could get mixed up with other things, like the British used to smoke cigarettes.
It's 2022.
Smoking something else. And that kind of got phased out.
Well, that was an inappropriate word.
And make it more past the gravy friendly.
I think calling a home run a dong is very past gravy friendly and even on brand.
But you're saying like we shouldn't try and incorporate our own lingo into just everyday speak.
I love it. But I think Darling Like a Marlin had its time. You can't try and make...
it's never not Darling Like a Marlin time. It's always D-Lam.
You can't try and keep slang cool for too long, man. Because then you're just the old guy using the old slang.
No. It's always cool.
Dude, that was hip. Like, stop it, old guy.
Dope is the same way. Being like, dude, that's dope. Like, that still plays.
Did you guys see that using the thumbs up emoji means you're old now?
I like that Robert.
Fucking good. I need a way to identify.
Robert, you don't fall into that category because Robert will send us thumbs up, but he will literally just type the words thumbs up in our group chat.
So fucking meta.
Pat would be like, okay, and Robert would be like, thumbs up. He gets.
I
it.
like more that you'll be like 3:00 start time, and Robert goes yes, and I go C.
Little role reversal right there.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
You'd think.
just working in a restaurant has poisoned my mind. I say C to fucking everything now.
Yes, chef is what you should say.
C.
If you want to be more polite.
I thought about saying C last week, but I'm like, no, that's Pat's thing.
Yeah.
Pat's got a thing.
I can't appropriate his C.
You
An
Record.
Asian guy asked me something one time at the restaurant, and I said C, and I was like, man, this really is just becoming second nature for me, and I have to fucking curtail it. I just walked away. I didn't even wait for a response from him. I was just like, C.
You
Shit.
got an answer
And I
for
just
me.
turned
That's
and
all
walked
you
away.
needed. That's all you
Yeah.
needed is an answer for me. But I think like I want people to start just at Alex J. Middleton, start tweeting me home runs. And I feel like I've just gotten addicted to power ranking things on the podcast, really. And this is just one more way to like rank things. So you could have like it's a Darlin, which is awesome. Then a Marlin is fucking like, dude, I caught me a Marlin, and then just a fucking straight up D Lamb. And like you don't have to say is Darlin like a Marlin. You can just be like, that's a fucking D Lamb right there. And you sound hip. It also like you have like whip, you have war, you have all kinds of baseball terminology, and it's just stuff that stands for other stuff. Goes perfectly with it. A D Lamb, like with that, like just make it a stat. How many D Lambs do they have? And it's like, how many home runs they have? Like they can have, like Aaron Judge could have 62 home runs, but like how many D Lambs does Aaron Judge have this year? Turns out he only has about 20.
I think we should just Darlin like a Marlin was beautiful and had its time. I think we got to come up with new slang. You can't just keep reusing the old slang. It could still be past the gravy slang.
No, I'm not doing that.
Oh, you don't want to put in any work to this podcast? Yeah, sure. Okay.
Just send me home runs from now on, and I will rate it on the scale of, is that Darlin? Is it a Marlin? Or is it a D-Lam? And like D-Lam obviously is what Yordan Alvarez hit last night. You know, if it's just a blooper over there, that's just, you know, it's a Darlin.
No, he hit a massive dong.
But D-Lam goes right along with all the random abbreviations baseball has. I think it fits in perfectly. And I think that if we work hard enough, guys and gals, let's make that baseball lingo from now on out. All right, Gravy Gang, don't listen to what Pat's saying. I feel like Robert is not being supportive, but he's not being as negative about it as
Dong is an acronym. Dong is an acronym. So just
what's it for?
Distance over negative gravity. It just talks about like how absolutely ridiculously far you hit it.
Negative gravity would be floating.
It looked like it was with how hard he hit it.
So
you have to hit it really. You have to hit really hard. Yeah, I mean, who's to say that a lower percentage isn't better at dong? Some people think a lower number in dong is actually better. Okay.
No. I won't let that one work. D-Lam is the only abbreviation we had on my other podcast, the Claire Big Blue podcast.
Maybe you should use it over there.
We tried to come up with a baseball analytic stat for soccer, and it was like possession divided by corners. It was just two random stats, and I was like, I wonder if we can be like, oh, see, we had a better LMNO was what the stat was, and I was like, I don't know what they stand for, but just that's fun to say in the alphabet, LMNO. Like, oh well, dude, their LMNO percentage this year has been fantastic. About 27% of the time they're winning the LMNO, and that's better than everybody else in the league. Like we thought that it was really cool, and then it just turns out that throwing random stats under like and dividing them by each other doesn't really do anything.
I think dong is just more fun for
announcers
to say.
But we need to say, they don't say that. It's probably not even like PC enough to say on like
bingo,
a broadcast, but like
bango, dongo. That'd be great to hear Joe Buck yell that out. Oh wait, he's not doing it this year, is he?
Oh, I bet it was. Oh, thank God! Finally, Joe Buck.
No,
y'all are gonna turn on Bob Costas too. You guys are about to turn on Bob Costas when the Astros get to the next round, and like sweet old Bob Costas is just gonna not be like sucking every team off, and you guys are gonna be like, oh my God, Bob Costas hates the Astros. Oh my God, he spoke nicely about somebody else. I was thinking that watching the Yankees game yesterday, like people are gonna hate Bob Costas in 2 weeks. Like Bob Costas is about to be the new Joe Buck.
Definitely.
I'm gonna squat on that take because that's about to happen.
Okay.
Remember, you heard.
I'll let you have
first.
that.
But also just tweet me any home run you see, guys and gals, and I will rate it on the scale of Darlin to Marlin to D-Lam. D-Lam being the tightest. And I'm gonna make graphics too. I'll put like a thermometer. If it's all the way to the top, then that's straight up a D-Lam.
I mean, rating it in dongs. Or between ding and dong. Was that a ding? Like, did it barely get over the fence, or was that a dong?
Yeah, but it's not 3 tiers. I have 3 tiers.
I mean, but yours I kind of envision as like a bar like this, but like you're just gonna have Marlin. It's just in the middle. It's weird. You don't need ding
Like,
and dong.
it's sick, but it's not super sick. You know, he didn't hit to the train tracks. You just hit it off the wall. Like, not that's Marlin because it's a fucking solid home run. But like when you hit to those train tracks at Minute Maid Park, it's all about the vibes, dude. That's why like, it's not. It's like you can't measure heart. You can't always measure D-Lam until I'm there to tell you, or you're there to just feel it with your heart. And if you feel like it was a D-Lam, it was a D-Lam. That's how it works.
Just hashtag us at Marlin or Dong and let us know which is better. It's a home run. Just got to be simple, man.
You did a good job reminding me about the David S. Pumpkins tweets. If you've been wanting to watch David S. Pumpkins every day, we've been tweeting it out. I'm gonna start putting it on our Instagram as well. But I need you to also remind me to give like a D-Lam update. So right now the Astros lead the entire postseason with 1 D-Lam. Nobody else has any. There's been quite a few darlings. No Marlins that I've seen, but D-Lams, Astros dominate in the D-Lam category. And that could be one more stat that we threw out there. Maybe they don't have the most postseason home runs yet, but they do have the most D-Lams.
We're just not going to agree on this, man.
I guess not.
You like Marlins, I like Dong. I mean, everyone has their own things.
Clearly they do. What else did you guys have for this week?
Robert?
Do you guys have something that you can think of that's supposed to make your life easier, but actually makes it more complicated? I'll give you an example where it's such a small thing. It's a podcast thing, but I made some frozen pizza earlier, and the little pull tab that's supposed to let me tear the box off smoothly, and in one pull, that thing breaks like 99% of the time before I finish pulling. So then I just have to like tear the box open. And does it make things any easier? It inconveniences. It frustrates me.
Healthcare keeps you alive longer. That sucks.
Are you talking like you keep using the pull tab over and over again, or like if you were like when you try and like open like a bag of like beef jerky, if you pull it on the wrong part and then you're just kind of stuck having to like dig in for the Ziploc part, like that's the
exactly
worst.
You know, it's a little one that like it doesn't even really make when you're screwing the top off of a bottle, and then that little piece, like it's the first time you open it, and that little piece stays attached to it, but it's like perfectly fucking attached, so you can't even just like rip it off. It's just like coming off it, and it's just annoying. It doesn't make my life any harder, but it adds anxiety and stress into my life because it just makes me mad.
That's a perfect one too. I've experienced that too, where then I can't screw it back on. I have to like fumble with the cap to try to rip that little piece off to be able to screw it back on.
I was gonna make it a not cool, but the elevators of my apartment are supposed to work and make my life easier. And like this morning, I was going to work and they were not working, so it made my life more difficult because then I had to do it on stairs.
But at least you're going down.
Yeah, true, but still, I didn't want to.
That was something I had to do yesterday. I went to the Astros game, last minute thing, and I didn't realize what the tickets were until I got up there. There was wall behind me. I was at the very last row at the very
It's kind of tight. Kind of tight, isn't it?
Still cool though.
Still cool, but walking up all the stairs, I was like, exhausted.
How much were your tickets?
I don't know. My cousin texted me last minute saying, "Hey, I have an extra ticket. You want to come?"
That's pretty dope.
That's not polite to ask people about that.
Well, no, I think it's a good idea for people to know in case anybody wants to get into one of the next games.
I don't know how much you paid. It was just like, here. People that I planned to come with me didn't, so here's a ticket.
I don't think any number would have been wrong there, by the way. I'm saying, like, I don't know if you can quantify how much
paid $4 million for it. That might have been much.
That's a little much. I don't know if watching that home run was worth that, but yeah.
$4 million. So yeah.
Oh yeah, that was it. That's what I had. Just little small little things. It's supposed to make your life easier, but don't.
Co-workers.
coworkers. I also have something I thought about this week that I wrote down to bring into the group that doesn't really make sense, but I just put, I think astronauts would be really easy to go up against in like politics. Like if you were running for office against any astronauts, I don't know what the percentage of astronauts that have ever done politics, but I feel like if you were running for like, if you were running for governor of anything, like, oh, if you love this city so much, then how come you had to get out of Earth? Huh? Why, if you love this place so much, why'd you leave it?
I can't believe I thought there was going to be a coherent
I would just run
idea
on
behind that.
platform. I love this planet so much. They say they're green. They say they want to save the Earth, but I've never left it. How long have you been gone? I can't believe
I thought you were going to come up with a smart idea there and a decent argument. I can't believe I fell for that.
I don't know what made me think that, but I just feel like
your dumb brain.
I would dunk on an astronaut in every single debate. Like, oh, really? Why don't you leave then? If you don't like it here, how about you go back to your precious space, nerd?
Now, if you want to make fun of cosmonauts, you do that all day, but astronauts are American heroes, and I will not stand for that.
I'm not saying they're not, but I could beat an astronaut in a political race, I feel like.
I'm pretty sure they would just fire back at you with something like, name our last 4 presidents, and you'd be like, shit.
Donald Trump, Barack Obama, George Bush, and Joe Biden right now, / Kamala.
I said previous
4, yeah.
The fact that it's taking you this long to even remember Bill Clinton.
Well, no, because it's. I thought you meant like last.
I said previous 4. Joe's the current
last
one.
4 meant. Okay. Well, last could be he is our last president right now. So like there we got that.
Astronauts are like, I'm super smart. I have a master's degree.
George
this
Senior,
guy does a podcast with a fat
Jimmy
guy.
Carter, and then it's Ronald Reagan. Nailed it.
Somebody paid attention in one class.
I know all of those. I can go backwards. I can do with Super Bowls too. Duh.
Okay then.
But yeah, I think I could win any political race against an astronaut. It's pretty much what I have come to the decision of. Also, like early comeback kid is just political text again. I don't like it.
It's not great.
Got a lot of them. But that's all I got. Pat, anything from you?
Yeah, I'm very confident I could beat Alex in any political race. After hearing what he thinks is an easy one to take over, he would massively overlook me and I would destroy him. Especially local politics where all it is shit talking.
Yeah, I could fucking win that so hard. Like I would love, like I wouldn't want to really do it because I don't want to have to do the work, but like PTA president, like I can totally see myself running like for like a PTA president out of spite. Like just like because I'm like, I don't fucking like that guy. I'm gonna beat you out of this job. Or like I don't want to ever be part of a homeowners association, but like what if I hate
that's the
neighbor?
one.
And it's
that's
like, am I gonna run for that? Am I gonna run for that?
Just beat out the one neighbor who's an asshole that everyone hates. And then you're like, all right, I did that. I'm not going to show up all year long or help with anything. I just had to get that dickhead out of there. That would be the one.
I'm more of a delegator. I'm more of a delegator, and I'm going to resign at the end of this term. But like, fuck that guy. Am I right?
Fuck that guy.
But like, I could. Like, what does city council do? Like, not big city council, but like maybe a smaller city council. I could.
They take bribes on a smaller level than big city councils.
But like big city, like when you take a bigger bribe, people start catching on to you, you know?
Dude, if you told me local government worked exactly like Parks and Recreation, I'd be in local government tomorrow. If you could guarantee to me that life would be like a TV show and I could just actively work against the government spending money, that'd be a fucking sweet thing to do. To be Ron Swanson, especially when you had another coworker that had opposite ideals of you, that would just do all of the work for you. Sick fucking life. I don't know how feasible that is, but I want it.
It'd be pretty sick. Like I don't know.
I just think it'd be funny if I went into politics.
Neighborhood politics would be really fun.
No, that's the worst kind. Because there's no money involved. Real politics, you can get fucking paid.
I don't want to do that because then you really have to like do stuff. I want to like.
No, you don't. You don't actually have to do anything. You have to look presentable, and half the time you don't even have to do that. Look at Chris Christie's fat ass.
That's true. He doesn't look very presentable.
Guy has like, he's got a bigger fupa than Charlie Weiss, and that's fucking saying something.
Google Charlie Weiss if you don't know who that is. I feel like a lot of people might not know. Robert,
They
maybe
won't.
you want to throw up a picture of Charlie Weiss on the video version. Pass Grade Podcast on YouTube. But we could probably win like a city council race. That's what we should do.
Yeah.
Like Pass the Gravy should take over like a city council and then just slowly like flood all of like we could just dominate the chairs at the city council. Like we
School board, baby.
Yeah, let's take over a school board. Oh, it'd be the worst school board ever, though. I don't want to do that because it would like harm kids.
Man, fuck these kids.
But it would like look bad on us. But like for like a city council, like that'd be tight to just be like, all right, well, 5 of the 8 people on this city council are Gravy Gang. So it looks like we're gonna kind of do whatever we want.
We're scrapping all of the arts, but we're getting a minor league baseball team. Don't
worry, we will now be doing live podcasts every week instead of hearing your concerns and questions. You can ask them on the podcast. The city council podcast.
I like that.
It's really just a live podcast, and like we do with ours. Like, if you have any questions or concerns, come on up to the mic. All right, we're gonna have to cut you off. Robert, can you cut them out? Cut them off. Sorry, we're not gonna answer that. No, we're not gonna answer anything about sewage or this lot that we haven't taken care of. Hey, look, we're more focused on other questions. So, could you please fuck off?
Why is the sky blue? That's a question. That's
what
one.
I'm in for. Like, this is what they want. Yeah, we could definitely dominate the city council. Let's move on to the Comeback Kids segment. Tell you what's back in the news, according to us this week. It's brought to you by Southern Star Brewing Company, the best beer in the entire world. I was drinking a bombshell that went to a first birthday party over the weekend.
Ooh.
A little Southern Star. It was fucking dope. Head on up to the brewery up in Conroe. Those fucking guys and gals are the best. Let them know that you are part of the Gravy Gang. You're gonna see the big PTG flag by where you get your tokens. They'll hook you up. They'll take you in. Ben will take you on an awesome tour. Keith will take care of you, and I guarantee you guys are gonna have a good time. 3525 North Fraser Street up in Conroe, and they got all kinds of different stuff going on at the brewery every single weekend. Go and try like just the tap room exclusive beers right now, the stuff they're testing out. They just want to get some vibe feels from everybody else. Go try that. It's like a whole different list of like secret beers you feel like you're on. Like restaurants are always like, oh, that's on the secret Burger King menu. You guys say this, like at Southern Star, you just go and they got the little secret menu on the chalkboard right there behind them. So you can try all of their tap room exclusive or just some new beers that maybe haven't gotten canned yet. But Southern Star Brewing Company, best beer in the entire world, the official beer sponsor of Pass the Gravy. 3525 North Fraser Street up in Conroe. Let them know you're part of the Gravy Gang, and let them know you're supporting the people supporting the podcast at Southern Star Brewing Company and at Southern Star BC on Twitter and Instagram. Tag them, tag us at Pass Gravy Pod, and let them know you're supporting them. If you're drinking a Southern Star, tag us and them, and we'll retweet you, give you a follow. But Southern Star Brewing Company, the official beer sponsor of the Comeback Kids segment.
It's the Comeback Kid. The Comeback Kid of the week. The Comeback Kid of the week. Bitch.
All right, our first Comeback Kid this week is Blink-182, guys. Blink-182. The boys are back. And I know Blink-182 hasn't really been like not Blink-182, but they've been not Blink-182 because they have Matt Skiba. And I mean, Matt did an awesome job, but like Tom DeLonge is the OG Blink-182, and they're back. They're touring. We're gonna go fucking see them. They're gonna be at Toyota Center here in Houston. It's gonna fucking sell out so fast. Everybody my age, Pat's age. I don't know, Robert, do you care about Blink-182?
I do not.
I didn't think you did. Didn't think you did. But everybody, me and Pat's age, fucking cares, and it's gonna be pretty awesome. It's not going to be like it used to be, I'm sure, but I'm pretty stoked to see what new Blink is going to, what new old now new Blink is going to have for us.
I hope Tom, like in his contract to return, wrote we got to make at least one song about aliens. I mean, they always had a song called "Aliens Exist," but I think he's probably going to have one that's about aliens, and I'm fucking so down for. The first time somebody sent me that, like immediately after it was announced, one of my boss sent it to me, and my balls tingled. I was so fucking excited. I saw them. I don't think it was the last time they came through with the new guy, but I saw them when they came through to Cynthia Woods once in the last couple of years. Fucking amazing. Now to have the original lineup back. I was fucking listening to the Mark, Tom, and Travis show in the shower today. I'm so absolutely beyond jacked up. I'm not jacked up. Hi, Sam. I'm not jacked up about how much I'm probably gonna have to pay for a ticket.
It's like one of those though, like we're at that age where like I don't want to sit in a fucking, I don't want to be standing room only unless like that's all you got available. But like I'll pay the money. I don't care.
Yeah, I really,
like
really,
one of
I
those,
don't
like,
want to do standing room only.
There's a handful of bands you'll pay the money for. Like Incubus will pay the money for. Hey Brothers will pay the money for. Blink-182 I will pay the money for.
Yeah, and also it's the day before my birthday. So this year when my mom asked me, what do you want for your birthday? And for like the last 6 years, I've just been like, oh, nothing really. I don't really care. This year I can be like, send me money. I want to get good concert seats. Please, mommy.
But like, you gotta get ahead of that for a while. Like, hey, I know it's a while, but like Blink-182 tickets, that'd be an awesome birthday present. So you can get ahead of it because that's gonna sell quick.
Well, I mean, we're probably going to have to get them on the secondary market anyway, because I know of like 15 people that want to go, and I have a feeling everyone's just going to be sparse throughout the arena. Like nobody's going to be able to know anybody next to each other.
Yeah, probably not.
In the entire place, because everybody's just going to buy up tickets.
It's gonna be pretty lit.
I just pray for Mark to stay healthy. I take this tour announcement as a really good sign that his cancer is at least under control pretty well.
Yeah.
So that's.
I mean, I don't think he'd go on tour if it wasn't.
I had one of my coworkers said to me an absolutely awful thing. She said part of the reason the tickets will sell out so quickly is all the stupid fucking Kardashian fans that will buy tickets hoping to just see them. And I'm like, God damn it, that's probably going to happen. That's going to like. Those people are going to be there taking away tickets from us true fans.
That's going to maybe contribute in a couple of places, like maybe LA. But like, I think most places, Blink-182 sells itself. Like, I don't think
no, it does. I'm just saying the Kardashians will also be buying, like their fans will buy tickets just to try and see them. Like, I saw Travis. Like, it's not like they're going to take away a lot, but they will be taking away seats.
Yeah, they will.
And probably right
like
up front.
Not a ton. Not a ton, I don't think.
But some. And some is too many.
I don't know. I'm pretty stoked. I was buzzing about it all day yesterday, but like we talked about it very early on the morning show. We are like on a rock station, so it was normal that we did that. But like I got probably like 17 texts from different people throughout the day. Like, dude, did you see Blink is back together? Dude, and it was like I never was like, fuck, I've already seen this. Like I was like, fuck yeah, dude, right? Like, oh my god, are we going? We're going. We're fucking going. Like you said, like you have like about 15 different people that you know that want to go. Like I know just as many people at least that it's like. If all of our friends and all our friends are gonna go, like we could just maybe fill it up with people we know. Not everybody's gonna get tickets, but I'm gonna find a way. We're
gonna get like a whole section. That won't be expensive.
Probably not gonna do that.
No,
but
that'd be dope though.
I will be in attendance for sure. Blink-182 though, fucking back, baby. I'm pretty fucking stoked about it. Also back this week is Happy Meals. Happy Meals are back. So there's like adult Happy Meals that people can get, and they're, I don't know. Let's find out. What is the adult Happy
Does it come with a shot? Because that makes it an adult Happy Meal.
No, it doesn't. I'm trying to see how much it costs. Robert, find the price of the adult Happy Meal.
A Big Mac or 10-piece chicken McNuggets along with fries and a drink. It's called the Cactus Plant Flea Market box. It looks like the Happy Meal box.
Which is like a clothing company, I think. It's some sort of like brand
And yes,
deal.
there's even a toy. Are you fucking shitting me?
What the toy looked like is it looked like like an artsy version of one of those like Funko Pop things. Like it was plastic. There's like a little like yellow dude.
We've gone too far.
It looked like he would have been like a Nickelodeon mascot years ago. Like a smiley face with some shit like that.
Why?
Because I have seen on just Instagram and Facebook alone, like I've seen probably like 7 or 8 people that I know that like have gone and bought them. And I bet like they're probably $15 to $20, I would guess, minimum, depending on what you get in there. But yeah, it looks like you can pick between a Big Mac or chicken nuggets or a drink or whatever. But like the box just looks like it's larger. Like it really looks like they just took the size of two kids Happy Meals, like lengthwise, just were like, let's make the box that size and let's put other stuff in it. Cause I guess you don't get a Big Mac in the kids one, but you get like a slightly bigger burger, you get a small fry and a drink. Like, I don't know. I can't remember the last time I really had McDonald's, but
$15.99.
I said it was
Get the
$15,
fuck out of here.
I mean, it's smart. Whatever Cactus Flea Market is,
they're charging
probably
$15 for just a Big Mac meal, because that's what this is. It's a Big Mac with fries, a drink, and a toy. So it's a Big Mac meal and a toy, or a 10-piece meal and a toy. So basically, I mean, a Big Mac meal is what? $8 if you get a medium, $9. They're charging you $6 for a fucking toy in a box. Unless I completely missed something on there, but I swear it said you get or Big Mac or the nuggets, fries, and a drink. $15 for that. Anybody who pays that.
Cactus Plant Flea Market, click it, and it takes you like a McDonald's like merch website for it. They're selling like McDonald's themed merch.
Yeah, that's literally
and sweatshirts for $130, $150, and all of them are sold out. Every single one is sold out. Like the cheapest shirt is $60. And they just look like somebody painted the McDonald's logo, a smiley face. It looks like a trippy version of what is the purple guy? The Hamburglar.
Grimace.
It's like him. Grimace. You're right. Grimace.
The giant butt plug.
Like he was in jail. They have just like, they look like I don't know about everybody else, but like if you had like if girls had like shorts that were or skirts that were too short, they would put them in like those like yellow sweatpants. Like they just had like ugly like school issued sweatpants. They have blue ones like that. Like they look like they could be like prison sweatpants, but it just says McDonald's. I'm loving it. Cactus Plant Flea Market on it. And then they have like sweatshirts that just say Moist Towelette. Cactus Plant Flea Market. $130. All of them are sold out. So obviously they know that. Like, is that what Balenciaga and Supreme did? Where it was like, hey, this looks cool to just do this. Like it says Balenciaga on it. I'm not really sure what it is, but like these t-shirts and things are $200 and $300. People are like, I want to show my status. So they buy it and it makes them look cool. And then they go to the McDonald's and they buy $15 Happy Meals. That's what they did. It's brilliant. It's brilliant on McDonald's part. Cause like, oh yeah, we could just upcharge a Happy Meal and get adults to do it. Let's do that. I mean, I bet it's bomb. Like McDonald's, last time I went to McDonald's, like McDonald's is always tight when you eat it and then you feel bad afterwards. But like, I'm sure it's tight. I'm just not gonna go like out of fast food, like all the options you have. I just
Big Macs are small too.
I'm craving a Mickey D's right now. I'm not doing that.
Did a McFlurry?
If it's working. The ice cream machine's working.
I've never been across one that wasn't working. I don't understand where that urban legend came from.
They break a lot.
Yeah, I mean, if anybody that gets this is dumb, I'll just come right out and say it. You're dumb. Oh, I want the nostalgia for it. Okay, well, sneak in the back, rob the toy, get yourself a regular meal for $8 less.
Can I have the cactus meal? Or the cactus flea? I'll take the cactus flea meal.
And like just the audacity
cactus
to call it
flea market.
An adult Happy Meal, and there's no booze or weed in it.
Or like,
come on,
sex toys.
I mean, maybe if you get Grimace,
did you get like a little nudie mag? It's like adult, and like you get like a parental advisory CD.
The bun has like boobs on it.
That's not hip. Like it's gotta be like a QR code that comes with the box. You open the inside of the box, got a QR code for like a download. came out. It's got a lot of fuck words in it. I know he did something with he did Cactus Jack, right? It was like tell him Cactus Jack.
I think that's him.
I
Yeah,
think that was McDonald's. That's probably him too.
it's just dumb.
Did we just solve the riddle? We're a mystery podcast.
There's always a Kardashian behind it.
Cactus Lee.
The Kardashians and the Clintons ever aligned forces were all fucked.
I don't know if it's no,
Probably
it's just
not.
that they've
Apparently,
also-
those
yeah.
Cactus Jack meals didn't sell for shit.
Tell him Cactus Jack sent you. Does anybody still tell him Cactus Jack sent you? I
I
want to
hope
kind of
not.
like go to McDonald's, like I'll get a coffee, tell them Cactus Jack sent me. Like that doesn't do any. Like it was supposed to get you like a discount. McDonald's does do some shit where they did whatever Rick and Morty had the Szechuan sauce, and then everybody got really mad because they ran out of it. So people like rioted. They did that, then they did the Travis Scott one. Where you
The
got,
Travis
like,
Scott one didn't sell.
but it was like his Travis Scott's Sprite, and it was like I think it's just Sprite with ice,
just-
isn't it?
Well, I think the Cactus Jack meal was just specifically his meal that he liked to get. So it was like whatever number, we'll call it a number 2 with a Sprite. That's
It's like the weird
Travis
like-
Scott meal.
like when you're like, hey, I like you go to the deli every week. They know you by the time it's like the deli by your office, and like you like I get a BLT, but also like, can I get my BLT and like can you throw like an orange on top, and like I just like that. Then like they put that on the menu and they call it a pat. Like that's probably like, yo, I like to get the double cheeseburger, but I put the Big Mac sauce on it, and then you stack the French fries on there, and then you put the bun on top, and like do that. Call that the Cactus Jack meal.
I think the pat would be they just make whatever my sandwich is, but they throw one of those travel size bottles of liquor inside of it that only I know not to bite right into it because there's booze in it. That would be the pat meal. Secret alcohol hidden in your meal.
Like a McGriddle, but with booze inside when you bite in.
Oh, I was thinking more like an Italian BMT, but there's a liquor bottle in it. You know?
Like a rum cake.
I don't want rum.
No,
I do want rum.
I mean, not to say like I'm a world traveler or anything. Like I've been to Jamaica. So like, like on the island, they had these like little rum cakes that you could buy. I never bought them, but it was always like, I feel like I could eat 12 of those. It was like you cut into it and rum's in it. It's got everything. Do that, but with like a McDonald's breakfast. Boom. That's a perfect airport breakfast. Get a little kick in the morning.
Oh, a McGriddle. Sorry, a McGriddles. The S always has to be on it, whether singular or plural. It's McGriddles. Yeah.
You know,
sausage, egg, and
McDonald's
cheese
probably,
McGriddles.
McDonald's probably also did an adult Happy Meal to get people like idiots like us to be like, why do we need an adult Happy Meal? Also, we just talked to McDonald's for 15 minutes on the podcast. So good job, McDonald's. You won.
Yeah, I didn't even know this was a thing until you brought it up. So you're a corporate shill,
I've just seen
Alex.
people posting about it. I'm a Papa John's guy. If you listen to the radio, you guys know that.
Wow. So you support that.
I don't condone everything that ownership has done, but I think it's a fine. I think it's a fine run company here locally in Texas. And then also
And they give you the garlic
Texas
sauce.
Direct Auto. Those guys and gals are tight. And then Amazon, whatever the Lord of the Rings show I watch.
Rings of Power. Fuck yeah.
Yep. Big Amazon films guy. You guys know that about me.
Amazon's got great TV shows.
Everybody knows that. I always say that. Okay. Adult Happy Meals, comeback kid, and then final comeback kid of the week is hockey, because hockey is fucking back.
Yes.
It feels weird. I feel like I've already bet on American hockey, not just like Swedish or Russian mafia hockey or anything like that, like Pat bets. But like I bet last night 1-0 on the year, not to brag. Feels too early. It feels too early. You know, it's like when Big Brother's going on and football starts. It's like I'm really focused on football. I feel like baseball too. Just start the season a month earlier. Baseball. Start the season a month earlier. Wrap it up like right now. Like finish it up like Big Brother does. And I think that I'd be way more invested. I mean, baseball's a lot of fun. It's awesome having like baseball in the middle of the day, but like we're gonna get really stressed out when we got to watch football and baseball on a Saturday or Sunday, guys.
No, I love it. All the sports. Give me the sports. All of them.
We did a live stream.
Except for basketball, I don't care.
We did a live stream this weekend, Pat. And we watched my other podcast, Clear Big Blue podcast. We watched West Ham and the Giants at the same time. The stress watching both teams at the same time is too much. It was too much. It was a lot. It was getting
loving it.
Now adding baseball in. Can you imagine like a Sunday Yankees game and Giants game and West Ham getting the 11:30 kickoff? I don't know what I'm going to do. I do have enough screens, but having to be stressed for all of that, I don't know.
I went completely undefeated on all of my bets yesterday. I had Astros, plus I live bet the Astros when they were down 3-0, literally seconds before it came 4-0. So I was mad that I didn't get the better line. Jack Eichel to score, Rangers to win, over in Vegas. Not to mention, I had actually placed a bet on the first game of the year that they played in Prague and won that. So I'm undefeated in hockey on the year. Give me the hockey. Give me the hockey.
I really thought you were doing a McDonald's bit when you said I'm loving it.
No, I caught that too, but I didn't want to forget where I was going.
They talk about the corporate chill.
Yeah, right.
Well, I didn't bring up their name again, did I? Shills. Both of you. Robert was like, you know what? We haven't actually talked about McDonald's in 35 seconds. Let's go back to that. And they're delicious morning
if
meals.
McDonald's would like to sponsor us, I will. Like McDonald's will be my favorite place.
Oh, I'd chill so hard.
I would chill. Yeah. Just give us the money.
I would eat McDonald's every day for 30 days.
Robert, just when you post the podcast, like when you schedule it, just tag McDonald's also.
Just tag them.
Just like CC McDonald's in the comment. And on Twitter too. We'll just do that. Yeah. CC McDonald's. Actually, Pat, Gravy Gang, help us out. That's your one chore this week, Gravy Gang. Just when we actually no, your chores are to call things to send me home runs to rank as Darlins, Marlins, and D-Lambs. And then also whenever Passive Gravy tweets this week, just tag McDonald's.
Yeah.
Just reply to the tweet and just be like at McDonald's or on Facebook too. And it's actually wherever we are, just tag McDonald's. You don't have to say anything else, but maybe just CC McDonald's. And they'll be like, what the fuck? I'm like, you're going to be loving this podcast. Don't worry.
Or all of them. And Burger King and Wendy's, all fine establishments. Pizza Hut, Papa John's. I guess not Pizza Hut, just Papa John's. You've got a scheduling conflict.
Yeah.
All of them.
Of interest.
Tag all of the fast foods.
Raising Cane's.
Oh, you give me a Cane's fucking sponsorship?
Yeah.
That'd be bad. That'd be real bad.
We need a food sponsor for sure.
Chicken wings, somewhere with wings. Give me some wings.
But are they not cool with hockey? And hockey is back. It just feels
no. Other comeback kid. You said other not cool.
I'm other comeback kid. Excuse me. Comeback kid is hockey.
Fuck yeah, hockey's back. I'm so excited.
I mean, it's tight. Red Wings might be good this year, so I do have hope. But
they're gonna put up some points.
That's what I told myself last night before the Yankees game. I was like, remember, we're not gonna get our hopes up this year. We're not gonna put our emotional
it's an improvement year.
In that.
It's an improvement year for them.
Red Wings is where I'll put that.
Oh, well, I thought you were saying
Giants, West Ham, and Red Wings. How can that let me down? That combination. It's looking great right now. We're thriving. And by that I mean the Giants are thriving right now. But hockey's back, so shout out to hockey. That was our comeback kid segment, guys. We're gonna move on now to the What Would Jesus Do segment, where you are 100% responsible for this segment. It was on life support last week. We kind of yelled at some people. We didn't get as many results as I thought. I mean, we're going to keep going, but they got to be good ones. And this one is an okay one. I'm going to allow it. But if they don't improve in quality and in quantity, hashtag PTG WWJD, hit us up with situations Jesus might find himself in if he came back in today's times. And we'll tell you how he would have handled it or what he would have done. At PassGaryPod on Twitter, use the hashtag PTGWWJD. And, just keep them fun. And we'll get to the bottom of these things. Hashtag PTGWWJD at PassGaryPod. This is the What Would Jesus Do segment.
Jesus, what would Jesus do? Jesus, what would Jesus do? Put him in a situation in a modern time. If you wrote this jingle, do you think he'd make it rhyme? So think about this crazy world in which we live today, and how would Jesus handle it in any given way?
All right. This week's What Would Jesus Do is from our buddy Josh Treecoddle at Joshua Tree 713, the reigning Gravy Gang MVP from last year's Gravies Awards. Josh says, if Jesus had a website, what would his domain name be?
Christ on a cracker.
I'd put like he would probably like buy all the good ones, like because like he would have funding from the church, and the church is pretty much like empty pocket, like just limitless pockets, you know. Jesus.com probably would own that. WWJD.com would probably own that. Sonofgod.com, JesusChrist.com, and I even put Jesus H Christ because I like when people say that.
God, I mean, there's just so many. I'm just trying to decide what would be the best one.
Jesus.com. Like you always just want your name.
Probably.
And JC.
Yeah.
Probably say it too.
Like Risen, like if he was going for like an edgy.
RZN.
That's his youth site. That's for the youth ministries.
The hip one that the kids get to.
But yeah, just Jesus.
Jesus.com.
Son of God.
Yeah, you don't know all those, like where they redirect.
The Lamb.
Legoflamb.com. Probably on that too.
But main one that it would all redirect back to just Jesus.
I want to go to church.com. Who owns that? It's up for I can buy that?
That's crazy.
Dude. How does somebody not own church.com? Buy this domain. How much do I have to buy it for? I can make an offer for it.
Jesus.com redirects to mccchurch.org. This seems like a Ponzi scheme or something.
It says be not conformed. They're going to be online in July of 2022. So
what the fuck is MCC Church?
They should be online. They got it.
You got church.com?
I went to church.com. But dude, that's really the key is like you just buy a bunch of domain names and just redirect it to your website. That's the beauty of buying domain names, which I'm somewhat addicted to because Rod Ryan is addicted to it and got me into that. But yeah, I think Jesus.com is what he would buy from MC
Metropolitan
Jesus.
Christ Church.
Yeah, he'd probably buy that from the Metropolitan Christ Church. And like this is such like it looks like Jesus.com looks like a website built in like the 90s. Like I feel like I should have to wait for it to load vertically.
It looks like the website for somebody who like the head of the church you call leader.
There's a general conference coming up.
John is the leader. We don't question the leader.
Global General Conference is going down. Oh shit, we just missed it. It's July 15th and 16th.
Fiddlesticks.
Well, let's look at their schedule. They gotta have stuff coming up. Dude, Reverend, what's the guy's name? Fucking just had a picture of him. His name was Elder.
Oh, that's so much better than leader.
Yeah, now it sounds like a cult.
Dude, yeah, you want to know why this is fucked up and that it's definitely a cult? Jesus.com redirects to a page that not once says Jesus on the front page.
Well, that's a good tell.
The first page of their website mentions nothing about Jesus, Christ, God. The closest thing you can see is for those already familiar with MCC clergy, staff, and congregations is what it says at the link for Inside MCC.
You could meet the team.
You could buy church.football for $30 a year.
Why?
Church of football.
Why are you making him waste $30?
Just church.football.
Because they're spent. Dude, there's a doctor, Reverend Dr. Karma Amos. She, her serves as a member of MCC senior leadership. Blah, 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 blah. She's from Northern Virginia. She's got a Bachelor of Arts.
I'm just seeing how far I can scroll before I find anything about Jesus or God in here.
What is
This is-
Reverend Elder Hector Gutierrez? He, him, his. Born in Guadalajara, Mexico, is the youngest of a family of 8. Reverend Elder Cecilia Eggleston. She, her, hers.
Oh, I finally found the word God. It's the second question on like frequently asked questions, way down at the bottom of the second page. Why I believe God wants MCC to engage in acts of justice. Oh my God, he's built the elder is building like a team of superheroes. Or
Guys,
just
somebody
more than
graduated.
likely a team of vigilantes.
Guys, somebody graduated magna cum laude. Ha, ha, ha.
The fourth question, MCC exclamation point. Aren't you the gay church?
I
That's
was
the
just
fourth
reading
most
about
question.
somebody that is a cheeky and blessed drag queen who brings shine and glitter to the gospel at MCC. It might be a church that's very accepting.
Why do MCC churches care about ancient stories from a 2,000-year-old book?
Great question. Let's find out. Let's learn a little bit about this.
One of these isn't even a question. It just it says churches are boring exclamation point. And I'm supposed to click on that to see their rebuttal, I guess.
Oh, dude, they have discussion circles. We can find out what to discuss. Oh, they got lessons, dude.
God is love, and I love her! Exclamation point. Capital H on the her.
My God is a woman.
So they also, God is definitely a woman for them. So somehow on their COVID-19 response, they also wrapped in that they stand against all forms of Asian hate, violence, and discrimination. So COVID and the Asians have to be combined. But like we would give that two separate viewpoints, not putting them together. Exploring polyamory. So they're all for fucking more than one person at a time.
So
this church is actually starting to sound lit.
What we're gonna do here is if you guys don't keep sending in things for the What Would Jesus Do segment, we're gonna turn that segment into a new segment called the We're Gonna Learn About the MCC Church from Jesus.com segment, and we're just gonna read stuff like we just did every week. So you're gonna have to be subjected to that, because I know that probably seemed like a fun start we got. But we would have literally we're going to just read the whole website. Be like, what are we going to go to on this? And we're going to do the Portuguese discussion that they had from June 23rd. They've got it transcribed. We're going to do that. I'll make Robert read it.
New segment.
That'll be the segment.
Roast the self-proclaimed gay church.
In Portuguese. It's not the gay church, is what they
I said the self-proclaimed gay church. Because they're super in favor. I thought you got
voting
that from what I was saying.
They want us to vote, so we can hit up Tammy at Ewens, Diane Fisher, Elder Diane Fisher, or Chad Hobbs. Robert, see if you can reach out to Chad Hobbs and get him on the next podcast. I'd love to ask him some stuff.
Where is the nearest church?
We'll have that as a backup right here. It's online as of June 2022.
Dude, okay, first of all, this church is worldwide, by the way. Uganda, Finland. They're all Portugal. Over the fucking place. Oh my God, where's the nearest one in Texas? I'm actually fascinated by these people right now.
So yeah, that's what this segment's gonna turn into, you guys. If you don't send us more, what would Jesus do? Hashtag PTGWWJD at PassGaryPod on
There's one in Houston.
Twitter. Fuck yeah, there is.
2025 West 11th Street.
When's their next meeting?
My guess would be Sunday.
Let's go to it, but like pretend like we thought it was like an AA meeting.
Opens 9 a.m. Thursday.
Fuck, I'll be at work.
Well, I mean, that's just when they open. I'm sure
I can go and I get off. Well, like the website.
I work that day. Can't go to church.
The website just seems like it hasn't been updated since June of 2022, because everything they were prepping for was like for June of 2022, and it just hasn't got any updates since then.
I'm fascinated. What
happened with them? Maybe donate though. So just,
maybe we just pick a different niche. Like every week, we just pick a different niche Christian offsect that we just find out.
We're just gonna start picking a weird, like a random church type website that could be in existence, and Google one until we find it, and then
next one we cover the Westboro Baptist.
That'll be your punishment. Hashtag PTGWWJD at PassGaryPod That is the What Would Jesus Do segment, guys. Keep it going, please. So Jesus in a situation he'd find himself in today, and we will answer it so we don't have to read from church websites in the future. Okay. What do we got next? Not cool segment. There's a lot of things in life that might make you say, hey man, that's not cool. One of those things will never be littlemshop.com, littleemshop.com, where they got a little bit of something for everybody. They got keychains, they got the world's best air fresheners, they got stickers, they got t-shirts, they got customizable everything. Go check them out, littleemshop.com. On Twitter, they're at littleemtweets, and on Instagram, it's at littleemshop. With orders of $10 or more, you're gonna get free shipping on that, and then you're also gonna get 10% off your order when you use promo code PTG69 at checkout. You go to littleemshop.com. If you get anything from Little M Shop, let them know you heard about them on Pass the Gravy. Follow them at Little EM Tweets and at Little EM Shop on Twitter and Instagram. Let them know you're supporting the people supporting Pass the Gravy podcast. Tweet a picture of what you got, and we'll give you guys a shout out. We'll retweet you. We'll follow you. We do appreciate you guys supporting the people keeping this podcast going. littleemshop.com, littleemshop.com. Use promo code PTG69 for 10% off of your order at littleemshop.com, the official sponsor of the Not Cool segment.
Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool.
All right. If you have a not cool, something that makes you say, hey man, that's not cool, all throughout the week, use the hashtag PTG not cool at Pass Gray Pod on Twitter. You got to use Twitter to do this one specifically, at Pass Gray Pod, hashtag PTG not cool. And that's how we will search for them. We're going to read some of the best ones each week. And this week, I didn't write them down, so we're just going to run through some that I see.
I was wondering about that. I was like, is he about to just paste this in? Like, he really wants to surprise me with them this week?
I knew I had some. Yeah, my name is Craig08 on Twitter. It just says his name is Cruz, but he had one, and it was a pretty shitty, not cool. It says, my wheels and tires were stolen weeks ago. Had to wait 4 days for wheels and tires to come in. Yeah, it looks like his stuff is just up on blocks when he goes outside. So that fucking sucks.
God damn.
That fucking sucks. I can't imagine, like, when you're like, all right, I'm just gonna go to work, fuck, and just like my not cool, like, it just leads to more chores that you have to do at that point, and those are always the worst not cools. T's and P's, bro, and I hope everything works out, and it's good that insurance is covering it, but it's a very unfortunate thing to happen. Our next not cool is from Jordan Welch at J_Welch2795 on Twitter. Jordan says, went to New Orleans to play softball for the weekend and ended up with a turf burn. That's what happens when you have shorts and slide on AstroTurf. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to know you can't do that. You got to know you can't slide on AstroTurf with no covering on your legs.
In football, you'd have the socks, but sometimes the socks would slide down, and like once or twice a year you'd get that, and then it just kind of stuck with you, because then anytime you go down on your knee or you skin your knee or you fall even on grass after that, it like just like rubs it, where it's like, it's not like bleeding or cut, it's just like wet almost, and you're just like, well, this is a part of me, I'm not gonna put a band-aid on it, but I don't know what I'm gonna do here. Yeah, that fucking sucks. Turf burn's not cool at all.
I haven't had it in years. I intend to never have it again in my lifetime, but you never know.
Not playing a lot on turf. Yeah.
Yeah. We're pretty much getting rid of turf now. They got that fake grass with the black little pellets in there.
Recycled tires sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's next?
Unrelated.
Okay. Let's dive into this.
We're talking about turf. So this is something I thought would be kind of cool. I was at Pass Gray Pod on TikTok. If you want to subscribe to that, help me out with some numbies. But trying to put together some stuff on our feed, because Robert won't do our goddamn fucking chair reviews. It doesn't take that much. It takes seconds. You can send it to me. I'll do it, Robert. Come on. Robert won't do our chair reviews on TikTok, so I got to find other stuff to do. But I was also just scrolling through it, and I saw it was like a dock on and going into the water, but like when the waves went on the dock like rocked back and forth, kind of like a waterbed. and like it showed people like flying up when it got like really like wavy. They should play a football game where like the turf is that. Like that would be
That
sick.
there would be no ACLs left after like 6 minutes.
But like I would watch that. Like don't do it with the NFL, but like the XFL should like play like games on that. Or like the USFL, if it's got to be in like a central location, because you know all the games were in Birmingham this year. They're like, we'll just put the games in Birmingham. Put the games in the ocean and just have one of those fucking wave pad fields. And like, you think I'm not tuning in to watch a guy that's trying to run a slant route just get shot 30 feet into the air? I'm absolutely tuning in.
Junior high football. Because the kids are old enough at that age they can start throwing, but they're still light enough to where they'd be absolutely launched.
Right. I mean, I don't think that's a bad
And
idea.
kids falling down is always funny.
But like college football does the like aircraft carrier game. College basketball does that. College football should do like the wave turf game. I don't know what the names of those docks are, but it's like you guys know what I'm talking about, where it's just like you see it, it's all just like it's like fluid. Just make the turf like that. So when a wave comes, like you're running the ball and just you all of a sudden get shot like 10 feet in front of you where you were. Like that's all good. That's all good. Forward progress.
It's like being double jumped on a trampoline.
It's absolutely like it, like that, but not always. And you just never know when it's coming. It's like playing a football game on Minesweeper.
I mean, I would watch that. I would watch the shit out of that.
Write that down as an idea, Robert. I don't know who we're sending it. Send that to the Joe Biden file. We'll email Joe Biden that.
Mhm.
Write it. Actually, we're gonna get you to write that out. Petition.org.
Wave ball.
Wave turf football. Wave turf. I'm writing it down. Wave turf. Waveturf.com. Is that a thing?
I would put money that it's not.
Well, it's about to be. I don't know what those things are called, but I just remember seeing some guy like just getting blown up, but because of a fucking giant wave when it was like storming, and I was like, I want to see football like that. So that's just an unrelated thing because Jordan brought up turf burn. You would get wave burn, actually. That's what you call it. You could wear like more like motorcycle equipment, like you know those motorcycle jackets they got, so when like they don't get just cut up on the road if they fall off. Just wear that. So you come down on a turf a little rough, you're okay.
It's available.
It's one way.
$12 a year.
Fucking so in. So in. Waveturf.com. Bye.
I'm gonna laugh when one day Alex gets an accountant and they're just gonna look at it and be like, "You have so many dumb payments, so many
things that you own that no person should ever own is 77 domain websites that make no sense. Could I interest you in breakfastwigs.com? Because I still own that. Houston Roughnecks or Houston's Roughneckspod.com. Believe I still own that. We own America's West Ham podcast, American West Ham podcast, all those random ones. They were out here. But yeah, wave turf football should be a thing. Our last listener submitted not cool from you guys this week is from Mikey Paul at It's Just Mikey P on Twitter. He says his not cool is smashing my daughter's fingers between the shower door and the wall. Yeah, that's not cool.
Yeah, their kids will bounce back.
That's not cool. What if you like at least you didn't cut them off, you know? That
one
sucked.
She shouldn't have been standing there. And two, I mean, that's how they learn to not put their hands in doorways.
Head on a swivel.
It's a learning situation.
Just as a dad, do you just do that?
Learning opportunity.
Hey, head on a swivel, kid. Head on a swivel. Things come out of nowhere. You never know. Never know on this earth. Never know.
Kind of sounds like how to raise a paranoid child, but I think it'd be fun.
Head on a swivel. Awareness. Level 99 on Madden. All right. Remember that.
Smart. I like it.
What's going on here? Awareness.
And as a kid, you can swing your head around a lot more without getting dizzy. So it's actually the perfect time to train that into them.
Yeah, it really is. But yeah, that sucks. And hopefully your daughter is okay, Mikey. So that's our not cool segment from you guys. We each have our not cools. I can start us off because I don't think mine's great. and also my wife is here, but my not cool is like since I got married, that you are supposed to put your spouse on like your health insurance and car insurance, and past Alex is just worried about future Alex doing that. And now it's time for future Alex to do that. And it's just like, I don't want to be on hold on a phone. I don't really want to do that. Because they gotta like you can go to like an app or like do it online, but that's a pain in the ass. So I'm just like, hey, figure this out. Because you can switch somebody to your health insurance if you have like a life-changing event, and marrying somebody counts as that. But then it's also like, cool, just take more money on my paycheck. Tight. Love this. So I'm gonna get to wait on hold this week and then get paid less money on my paycheck. So Emma can have health insurance. So shout out to me and iHeartRadio. But then also I'm not looking forward to just waiting on hold to deal with insurance companies. So that's my not cool this week.
That and letting your wife go a month without insurance because you just want to
it
drag your
hasn't
feet.
expired yet. It hasn't expired yet.
Ah, damn it! I just really wanted to make you look like a bad guy.
No, I want her to have health insurance. I just don't want to have to set it up. So yeah.
Robert, you want to go
one of
next? Or you
guys
want me to go
wants
next?
I'll go next. So I said I went to the ALDS game yesterday. I didn't stay for the whole game. I left in the 6th inning. And I bet that sounds surprising, like knowing me. Baseball's my sport, the only sport that I have. And also I don't like this because Sam is usually not in the same room as me,
Yeah, that's what I just had to navigate.
but she is today. And I saw her
He's like, now I got to complain about her.
and I saw her take off her headphones that she was wearing.
Ooh.
But I guess the reason why I left is because Sam made me. She has had car troubles, and they came to a head yesterday, where the day before she went to HEB, and when she was done, the car wouldn't start. Car battery was dead. So I had to go over there to jumpstart the car. Except that it was a battery that I've never seen before. You would think to jump cables, you would plug into the big battery, but no, there was like a small battery thing, like about the size of a cell phone. Like that's where you plug in the jumper cables. Didn't know that, so we ended up doing that Tuesday morning. Then later in the day, she was going into work like around 2:00 to film something. On the freeway, she said that the gas that was about halfway full dropped all the way down to empty. And as she was getting off the freeway, the lights like turned off in the car and the steering wheel stiffened, so she couldn't really turn either. So
It's called power steering. I know that.
Mhm. Yeah, big car guy.
Mhm.
So I was at the game at this point, and she texted me all this information. It's like, hey, I called my dad to like come pick me up and figure things out. I'm like, okay, but you don't have a car now, and you still have other things to do. So I guess I'll go home just in case you need me for anything. And this was during the 6th inning, so I didn't get to see the walk-off home run. And now I think Sam and my relationship is strained forever.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Not the ending I expected.
Well,
Was it not the ending that she expected? Like she just said, if you didn't hear it, but was it not that because you're tapering it because she's in the room?
Yeah. Yeah, now that you
You
can
go
hear me
with-
now, I have to just be a little.
Now the pressure's on.
Yeah.
I
Pressure's
mean,
on.
something similar to this happened in Goodwill Hunting, where he didn't see Carlton Fisk's home run because he gave away his ticket so he could talk to a girl. You've already talked to this girl before. You know she likes you. You know she'll still. This is crazy to me.
It's
I
also-
understand. I understand. You're a chivalrous guy. You're a good guy.
Right.
Astros playoffs.
I know.
Yeah, it's a big thing you did. And I mean, like, I think you guys know that I'm also a big superhero guy, because like the only superhero movies I've seen are like the Batman ones. But I believe it's Dark Knight where Christian Bale has to make the decision where it's like, do I go and save the girl? Or do I go and save Harvey Dent and save the city of Gotham? And it's like H-Town is for the city.
Mhm.
You had that opportunity to save the city or to save the girl. And I think you went with the girl, which like we saw in Batman was probably the better way to go anyways. Cause like Harvey Dent turned out to be a bad dude anyways. So really like I didn't really learn a lesson from the Dark Knight. I just thought that compared. Kind of
Yeah,
nicer
and
to it.
yeah, but in the movie, he actually saved Harvey Dent and not the girl.
Right. For the city. He did it for the city.
No, he was trying to save her, but they gave him the
Before the
backwards
city.
thing. Yeah, so like you're just completely twisting everything backwards.
No, it's just like it happened in the movie.
This is hard. I mean, there's one thing we know about this. It means Robert's a great guy.
Yeah. And what else you also have now is
And
like
he's also
one of
filled
the-
with resentment now.
one of the biggest like calling in of a favor that you can ever do now. Like you get to just like you get to carry that card just like I need this. Hey, I'd rather go eat here. Like you can drop it whenever,
Yeah.
but it's like remember that time I left the ALDS game 1 that Yordan Alvarez walked off with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. Remember that?
Arguably the biggest home run in franchise history.
Yeah, remember when I left in the 6th inning to go help you with your car?
That being said, as soon as you left, the bats started to wake up.
They did.
Oh, that's us. Like, could you be bad luck? Are you never allowed to go to an Astros game this postseason again?
That
I don't
might
want to
be the
interpret it
case.
that, but yeah, I think that is a good point. I think I'm going to be like, remember when I missed the walk-off home run? You can take out the trash this time.
But like, you don't burn on that. You don't burn on that. I mean, you can.
I could do
But
like,
it's like you
I
get
would-
that
I
card.
would burn on
small
that every
things.
week.
A-
Every week.
Yeah, a lot of small things.
Oh, so you're thinking instead of like a,
Hey, Yordan, 9th inning. You just say that from now on. Like, hey,
you're thinking instead of a card, you could also get like a little punch thing. It's like,
Yeah.
can you
it's
go get
good
the
for
mail?
One
Yordan,
big thing
9th
or
inning.
5 small things.
Mm-hmm.
I would use that forever. Yordan, 9th
I
inning.
think you should get at least three small things out of it because it was a 3-run home run. It's like a genie card, basically.
That's a good point.
Like, I get these 3 things my way.
You want to get another plant? Yordan, 9th inning. Veto.
I left. No, we're not doing that. And then she hits you with that 3 different times, and then that 4th time she gets that plant.
I don't know. You choose for dinner. Yordan, 9th inning. You make a decision.
Like that's like, yeah, no, but like,
I
it
don't want to
does
make
suck.
this.
It does suck being like, I was at that game, I fucking left. Where then you do have to like that cloud over you of like, am I the jinx? Did they need me to leave? But then you also get the responsibility for the win because you left. So self-awareness goes up. You get the favor card that you get to call in. And yeah, we need to make that. We need to make a PTG like favor card that like couples just have, where it's like when somebody does something, it's like, I got the favor card, and like you just hand it back and forth. Just what we gotta do is buy like, we should just buy decks of cards and just write it in like Sharpie. Maybe we'll do that.
It's like a
And that
pack
might
of
be cheaper.
5, but they're durable cards.
But like just buy like a red and yellow card set from like soccer. I don't know how much those go for, but just write in Sharpie like favor. And like red is like big favor. Yellow is okay, take out the trash. But like you hold on to that red one, because whoever's got that red one, it's like, I don't want to go out of town this weekend with you and your mother. Like you get to drop that if you really don't want to. The yellow
I like
one is
this
like
favor card
take out the
idea.
trash. I think favor cards are a thing from now on.
The
Just-
more cards you hold, the bigger the thing you can pull it. But then it creates a problem. Like you're like, well, I thought 2 favor cards would be worth a boys' weekend, and she's like, no, you need 5.
Inflation. Ever heard of it?
Oh yeah.
Also, there would probably
So-
be things where guys would be like, I'm calling it my favorite card. She's like, I'm not fucking doing that. You're like, okay.
Well, if you have the red favor card,
Card doesn't really work.
red favor card will work though. That's the thing. You can't veto the red favor card. It's like
I
this
shit
is
my
it.
pants. I need you to clean me. There's not enough cards for
it.
that.
It's the red one though. This is real big. But then you give them the red card, and then they have the red favor card. Look, we've had other great ideas like this, like the pistache tray. Remember that? Maybe this is the new pistache tray.
I think this
We
would
sold-
actually be a good one.
So many of them.
But then
Pistache
all
tray to put
see, here's
pistachios.
another way. Women would abuse it because they'd ask you for something. You'd be like, all right, favor card, and then they'd just be like, you just don't want to do something nice for me. I have to use the and you're like, God damn it.
I said favor card. There will be no follow-ups. That's the beauty of the favor card. You only get the yellow or the red. When you use it, that's it.
They
Like
would
you
still
get the
ask for
card.
favors constantly, and then be mad at you when you wanted when you wanted the favor card for it. I mean, you should just want to do this for me, and you're like, God damn it, I'm in a trap now. I'm just trying to think of the holes in which I still want to do this. I think this is
We're gonna do this.
This would definitely be so like you don't even need a yellow and red. It's just like a pack of like 5 sturdy black cards and just as favor on them. You get them at like a Spencer's gift or something. It's a joke gift. But then I think couples would actually use them. You got to build up more favors for the bigger favor. But I think couples would actually get a kick out of it. You like hold it in your wallet.
How much?
Favor.
Red yellow card kit is $5 on Amazon. So I'll buy like 10 of them.
No,
And
dude,
then
you just get
we'll
like
just pass the gravy sticker on it and then just write favor. And
know what'd be
then
good?
we will send them to you and you want to buy those. Let us know.
a very
At Pass
high
Gravy
quality
Pod,
pack.
I want a favor card.
No, business cards that are very high quality. So you only get like 10 of them in a pack. You just make it say favor. That
With,
would be
like,
perfect for this.
Then you have to like put a signature on it, like a love coupon.
Oh, yeah, you got to get the signature. That way
Like,
they
we're on
can't
to
just
something
fake
here.
it.
Favor cards are actually like a way that we could also maybe make money too, because we're really trying to do that with this pod. But it's like something that everybody else, it's good for couples that are quarreling. It's actually maybe not the best for couples, but like it seems like it'd be cool. It's like an Uno reverse card. How much does a deck of Uno cards cost? We'll buy that. We'll buy one of those. We'll try out a lot of different ways, and you guys can all be kind of like the research, the guinea pigs, and then let us know like, hey, I thought the 52 deck card system did not go as well as the just soccer red and yellow card.
I clicked on just ultra thick business cards, and I want to buy them from this company now because the fake mock-up business card that they have is Puppies and Suds.
Pup and
Which
Suds.
if
Remember Brink?
yeah, dude, Brink, dude, that's an obvious reference to Brink,
Team
and I
Pup and
respect the shit out of that. So I want to get business cards from these people, and you can get a good amount of them. But I want the high.
But see, we don't need a lot of them. We need
100
just a small
ultra thick
amount.
business cards for $41. We buy that, but 100. Say we make 20 packs out of that because you get 5 in each pack.
What if
then
we
we
just
sell 'em.
use like a favor pistache tray? We could repurpose the pistache trays.
Dude,
we have
spend
red ones and we have black ones.
Dude, we spend $40 on this. We sell them into 20 packs, and then we sell them for $5 a pack. Profit, dude. Profit.
Hey, I need you to take out the trash. Here's a small pistache tray. Sorry. Hey, I want to go out of town this weekend. We should all go out of town with that couple that you hate. Big pistache tray. Gotta play that one. Sorry. Like, oh no. You played all your pistache trays. Now she has them, but now I don't have to have a shitty weekend.
I've actually wanted to just straight up make business cards for a while that say that I'm the director of vibes of the restaurant. So I think I'm just gonna do that.
Do that. You should definitely do that. Favorite
'Cause I
cards,
am.
they're a thing now. They're a thing.
I am the vibe director.
But yeah, that does suck, Robert, having to leave a game like that. Like, what was your first thought? Like, were you listening to it on the radio when you heard, and you're like, I could have been there.
No,
Contender.
thankfully I made it back by the 9th inning to watch it on TV.
So you still were like, I could have been there.
Yeah, I could have been there.
Did your cousin that went with you, did you just like leave him? Was he there or did he have to also go?
No, he was there. He texted me
Okay.
afterwards, like, "Oh, you should have stayed." I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, well,
Yeah, I realized that. Dick.
yeah.
No, I'm aware. That fucking
Pat?
sucks. Pat, would you
All right,
got for not cool?
Mine is I'm a lazy piece of shit, and after I leave this room every week, I forget about it. So then I come back in the next Wednesday, and I remember I haven't hung up any of my memorabilia yet because I'm dumb.
Memorable.
I got all this shit. Also, I realized this week that why the fuck don't I own a cheesehead? That reminds me.
Yeah, you said that on our live stream we did.
I've said
Shout out to
that.
everybody that watched the Pass the Gravy Clear Big Blue live stream.
25 bucks.
Had a good time. I had a great time.
I did not. I had a very shitty, very bad time. I'm not happy.
It went better than I expected. I was expecting to be miserable the whole time. And
Packers just decided to abandon the run. They're just not going to run the ball anymore in the second half and score 0 points.
maybe the Giants defense is just really intimidating. I don't know.
That's really, it
We
didn't
don't
seem
know.
like it in the first half.
We don't know. Well, right, but they made adjustments, and that's
So that just rolls me into my second not cool. Packers lost in just bad fashion to a team they should beat fucking 98 times out of 100.
Wow.
I went 1-2 in my pick.
Wow.
They should, and you know it's true.
Wow.
I went 1-2 in my picks.
The
One of my
4-1 team you're
fantasy
talking
teams
about.
is 0-5 right now. I've never even been 0-3 in my life. I'm 0-5 in this one. I just can't get anything going. My football life sucks right now.
Nobody gives a fuck about your fantasy team.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. I'm just
Just so you
listing
know.
all the different ways.
Yeah.
Notre Dame is doing okay, but like my football
Didn't
life
go
sucks
there.
right now.
How's Texas
My
State
football
doing?
life sucks. They beat App State, which was an
That's a big
absolute
one.
shocker.
It was an absolute shocking. I did that.
That was good.
There you go.
Yeah, my football life is in shambles. Packers are going to right the ship. I'm not actually worried about them. I'm worried once we hit the postseason, got to see some improvement from fucking defense too. Defense should have dominated your offense. They didn't do dick.
The Giants might just have a very good offense. We don't know. We don't know.
Yeah,
We can't
Just-
rule that out.
pain. Lots of pain this weekend. And we played in London. So like my pain started at like 10:30 in the morning. And then I still had 12 hours of football left to watch. And just utter pain.
Yeah, it was fun in the reverse order of that, where it's like, oh, it's
And then which
Just
was
happy all
then
day.
compiled by my bets losing and my fantasy players sucking. It was just literal just pain
just pain.
all fucking day.
Pain,
all
pain,
day.
Pain.
was
pain,
bad.
Pain.
So yeah, that's my not cool for the week. Pain.
All right. Very specific ones, I feel like, this week, but they all play as not cools. Hashtag PTG not cool at PassAwayPod if you have yours. Now we're gonna move on to our final segment of the show, the answers segment, where we ask you guys to send us any business pitches you have. We've been really hot on power ranking things, so power rank stuff. If you send us power rankings, make sure to like power rank these things and then give us the options. Don't just say power rank colors and then like that's very open-ended, and we could have like 30 in a power rank. To keep it to 5
And our
minimum.
dumb brains will just take forever on that.
or keep it to 5 max, like options, so like we can just go boom 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 boom. We're not smart, like Pat said, but any questions you have at all, any high thoughts, some business ideas, whatever you want to ask. Again, you want relationship advice, we got you. Tax advice, probably not your guys you should go to, but we'll answer it. That's what we do here. At PassAwayPod, use the hashtag PTG answers on Twitter. That's how we search for them. So make sure to include that hashtag PTG answers. You can also email them to us, answers@passthegravy.com, or just go to passthegravy.com and contact us on the website. And then you can email them to us that way. At PassGravyPod, hashtag PTG answers. This is the answer segment brought to you by the Gravy Gambles Show. Almost forgot that ad. The Gravy Gambles Show with me and Pat. We do it every single week. Episodes come out at 1:30 on Fridays on the Pass Gravy Podcast YouTube channel. Go subscribe to it, Pass Gravy Podcast on YouTube. And then also on our Facebook page, we also re-air it at 10 a.m. on Sunday mornings. We got all your bets for the NFL week that weekend, and it's a pretty fun little show, maybe like about 10 minutes each week to just give you all of our picks. We start out with like our regular picks. Right now Pat slightly has an edge on me, but we will also just say like, this is also what I'm betting this weekend, and we'll tell you all the other stuff that we got money out on, so you can either bet with us or go against us if we've sucked at betting recently. So that's what you got to figure out what you want to do. Do you want to bet with or against? But Gravy Gambles Show at Gravy Gambles on Twitter if you want to go follow us. That's where we'll just post every bet we put at all times at Gravy Gambles, and then the Gravy Gambles Show. Subscribe to the Past Gravy Podcast YouTube channel. Fridays at 1:30 p.m. Central Time and Sundays at 10 a.m. Central Time throughout the rest of the football season. The Gravy Gambles Show. This, guys, is the answer segment.
Well, if you just answer the question, why don't you just answer the question? Be honest, no big deal. Yeah, answer the question.
Don't change the subject, just answer the fucking question.
Any questions?
Our podcast son, Skylar Lester.
Oh my God, it's Skylar!
At OMG, it's Skylar on Twitter. He writes in with our first one as per usual. And Skylar says, have we checked to see if exploding other foods makes them better? Or did we just stop with corn?
Technically, we're not really exploding it. We're superheating it. So we're
Just heating it up.
We're pretty much broiling it. I mean, technically, we're just, well, I was gonna say microwaving, but I guess you do it in a saucepan also, the old school way. I'm gonna say we're broiling it. And yeah, broiling food is dope. You throw it under the broiler last second, a lot of heat, very high, like a crust on the outside of your meat. Fuck yeah. Broil the shit out of stuff. Or cook it in a saucepan, which is also delicious.
Yeah, I think it feels like they stopped with corn as like that was definitely the most successful one that you can explode. But yeah, I think like Pat said, we are just heating it to the point of that. Like, although it would be funny just to watch other stuff just explode. Like, nothing works.
I mean, Gallagher was all about that.
Well, he was smashing things, not exploding.
I mean, the second that hammer hit that watermelon, it exploded.
A little fun story for you guys. Before I was doing the Hot Wheels races during the pandemic, during the lockdown. I did those at 5 o'clock every day. Until sports came back, basically, put the nation on my shoulders and saved us in the world of sports. Not to brag or anything, I didn't get an award or even any recognition, but whatever. But before I realized I should just spend some money on Hot Wheels because that would probably be more visually appealing online, I was gonna just do popcorn races, and it was going to be me putting popcorn kernels in a pan and just turning the pan on. And you would just be like left or right. And that was going to be what I did every day. But I was like, that might be fun for a little bit, but I feel like it would get really old really fast. And I went with Hot Wheels, and it ended up being way more expensive to do Hot Wheels than just buying a bunch of popcorn kernels.
I would expect so.
But I think it was more appealing to the viewers. So I did it for the people. But that was like, I almost tried to just explode popcorn every day as like a sport. That was almost there, but we had Hot Wheels to save us through the pandemic. So you're welcome. And I don't know why I felt like bringing that up just because it was about popcorn. Popcorn, I think, is definitely the most the most explodable food that we can still eat for sure.
Yeah.
Potatoes
sure.
also seem very explodable and like easy to eat after you explode, because really like mashed potatoes are just like exploded potatoes.
I would love to eat some exploded potatoes.
Like, not necessarily like they don't have, like, there's also smashed potatoes, but like you could just make mashed potatoes by being like, boom, exploded. And then whatever you pick up, that's mashed potatoes.
I want some exploded potatoes right now.
That was that you should add that to the restaurant. Like, figure out like how to make like a, they have those like fancy restaurants to be like, hey, try this whiskey. We're also going to put it in this glass container and then light smoke under it. And now it's like a smoke infused whiskey. And people are like, ooh, I'll pay $50 for this. Have you seen those? It's like lit on like wood, and it's like the glass has smoke on it. Like, they do that and they can charge money for it and just make more money. Just do that. But like, have like our famous exploding potatoes, and you just put the potatoes in like a little box, hit the button, and it goes, and then you turn the box over and whatever's on it, like, that's your mashed potatoes.
But that would suck. There's no seasoning.
It's all in there already. You can just see it. Like, you just put it all on top, and then you.
No. That sounds like shitty mashed potatoes, man. You gotta have seasoning. You gotta have cream.
But
you
it's
gotta have
about
cheese.
the appeal. People would go to your restaurant solely for the exploding potatoes.
I don't think they would. I gotta be honest with you.
They might. Some people would. All right. If you could Instagram it or TikTok it, people would go for it. What do we got next? Raimundo Benavides at Kmundo B on Twitter says, if you had to face off against a movie horror villain, who would you choose? I think it's pretty easy. It's Chucky, right? He's a doll. Like, I get that he's got a knife, but I can throw Chucky. I can throw Chucky. I can punt Chucky as long as I make sure homeboy doesn't have the knife. Like, I can smash Chucky down on a fucking like on the ground.
He has supernatural powers though, and the strength of a full-grown man.
He's still doll. Like, Freddy Krueger can't sleep, He's gonna get me there. Jason like can go underwater and shit. I don't know. Michael Myers seems like he fucks up a lot. I don't know about Pinhead. Haven't seen that one. The other one I really kind of just thought of initially when reading this was the guy from Scream because he doesn't really have any like magic. He's just got
That's the answer.
So
That's the
just
answer.
a guy.
It's fuck. What do they call him? Ghostface. That's it. Because it's literally a dude in a robe and a mask, so his visibility is cut down.
It's just a dude wearing a Halloween costume.
The robe makes it kind of hard to run. You went with a supernatural being. You never want to fight. You want to find the most dude that's just a dude. At first, I thought Leatherface, because that's just a dude who had a fucked up family, but also big dude, strong, could beat the shit out of you. Ghostface.
You only can really go with the chainsaw. Like that's
Ghostface,
really his
but it's also
you're gonna hear him coming.
Dude, Ghostface. He's just get a gun.
Yeah, you can be that guy with
a
gun.
shotgun.
He brings a knife to a gunfight a lot. You just got to make sure, like now we have caller ID. You can probably track the calls way easier these days. Like it's on your side, but like Chucky's just not even half his size. I can run away faster.
Supernatural
from Chucky,
powers, dude.
But I can run away from Chucky. Like he's got tiny little legs.
Yeah, but still fast. Supernatural powers.
Chucky's probably what I would go with Scream being or Ghostface being the next one. Robert, what about you?
Yeah, Ghostface seems like I'm with Pat on this one. Ghostface. Chucky was a good answer when I first heard it, but I'm like, nah.
Annie Wilkes from Misery would also be a good one. Just a weird old lady that is really into books.
You know,
Misery's a great one.
Is the guy from Saw? I know he was an old man.
Yeah, no.
Like I don't want him to like. He seems vengeful, and I don't ever want him to like be like that's the guy that got me.
See, this is where
play
like
a game with me, and I'm gonna hate it.
He'd be mad at me because he'd be like, "Do you want to play a game? If you don't cut open your jaw and get the key out of it to unlock it, this device is gonna snap your head in half." Like, oh, so instantaneous death, or I have to dig into my own jawline? Yeah, I'll just take instantaneous death. I'm fine with that. I'll make my peace.
It's like painful death, not just
no. There's one in the first one where the jaw rips open like that and just like ripping the jaw open, but like the dude's head gets ripped apart basically too. And then you never hear them screaming afterwards. That's just dead. Your body's gonna instantly go into shock, and you're just fucking done. You're dead.
But then you have like the one where the lady's hair just gets pulled and like rips her scalp off if she doesn't do it. Like I'm not in on that.
I mean, you live through that.
I don't want to do that.
I didn't watch all of. I saw the first two after
like
that.
It.
But yeah, no. I want no piece of.
I don't want
no part of that.
I don't want to fuck with that guy.
Yeah, no, because you just wake up and you're in there because he snuck into your house and drugged you and all that shit. Fuck that noise.
Does Jaws count as a horror movie?
You just don't go in the water?
Yeah, I'll stay on the beach.
Probably jump out of the beach and get you.
Yeah, like I'd stay far enough back. Drop a bunch of toasters in the water and just fry them.
But yeah,
the
answer is
like, get on a cruise ship, harpoon that bitch.
Oh no, dude! Cruise ship Jaws would take out the engines, leave you stranded out in the middle of the ocean like those people on that Carnival cruise for like 3 months.
Like they do with Wild Hogs, like helicopter, just machine gun that shit.
It would jump out of there and take out your helicopter.
Not if I got high enough up.
Jaws.
Yeah, I mean, I've been considered a horror movie, but I would go. I guess what's his face, Ghostface or Chucky would be my picks. I feel like unanimously we would all probably go with the Ghostface one since you guys didn't agree on Chucky. All right, good question. I like us fighting animals. I like all of these questions we've had the last couple of weeks. So our weekly power ranking question, I like that. Give us things to power rank. It's our favorite thing to do right now. Power rank these houses is what David Sanchez says. He's at hand_solo69 says, power rank these houses. And he gives us the choices of House of the Dragon, the White House, Gryffindor House, the Home Alone House, and Full House. All right. I did some research on this. Not really so much research. It's just, dug through my thoughts. I'll go with my power ranking. Number 1, I think I want to go with the Home Alone house.
Hard agree.
It's a
Hard
badass house.
It's a sick house.
I mean,
The third floor?
Yeah, and like, oh no, like what about crime in the neighborhood? Don't worry, like I can fucking defend it. Like I know how to defend that house, specifically that house. I can do that. I know like where to put the cars, where to put all the broken glass and stuff like that, where to put the sticky stuff, where to put the nails to stick up. Like I know it all. I know it all. I know which doors to heat up. It's so easy.
It's a dope house.
It's a dope house. And who didn't want to be like, I wish I had a house that big. Like, that's a fucking massive ass house. Home Alone house, number one. Number two, White House. Home Alone house is fucking sick, but the White House also has tours in it every day. So like not as special as the Home Alone house. So White House would be my two. Number three, I would go with Gryffindor house because you're a wizard. Like it means you're a wizard. So you're in the Gryffindor house, and being a wizard would be probably fucking pretty sweet. Number four, Bull House, RIP. Bob Saget, RIP to him. And then five was just House of the Dragon because I don't watch it. So I go Home Alone house, White House, Gryffindor, Bull House, House of the Dragon.
You want to go next, Robert, or should I?
I'll go next. I think it's easily Gryffindor house number one. That's magic.
You would say that, you Hufflepuff.
I mean, that was my reason for putting it where I put it. I was like, you're a wizard. Like that's my justification for like, okay, I'm a wizard. Sick. But yeah, I get that.
Gryffindor house, obviously number
magic.
one. Yeah. Then I will go White House. I think that's a solid number two. And then I will go Home Alone
Iconic.
house.
Home Alone house, third.
Then I'll go home. Yes.
It is iconic.
That's
I mean,
iconic.
I think we agree on our top three. And I really feel like I would. Oh, Pat doesn't. Wow.
Let him finish. Let him finish.
Then I'm going to go with House of the Dragon. I like the show, but in the Game of Thrones world, you're going to die when you're like 11. So that's why.
Okay.
That sounds pretty tight to me. You never had bills.
They didn't have
or
bills
much of
when
a
they're-
life.
Yeah. So that's why it's number 4. And then number 5 is Full House, just because I've never seen it and don't care to.
Okay, here's the correct order. Number 1 is Home Alone house. We all agree. Well, not all of us, but Alex, we agree. Number 2 is Full House, because Full House gave us Bob Saget. And Bob Saget brought me more joy than any one of these in the longevity of my life. But the Home Alone house was more iconic than Full House. Number 3, this is where it gets difficult for me. But I'm going to go House of the Dragon. I really like the show, and it's reminded me what I loved about Game of Thrones. Number 4, I'm going to go Gryffindor house. Harry Potter's tight. I just wasn't the biggest Harry Potter fan in the world, but like, fuck yeah, that's awesome. Number 5, White House. Fuck the government. And that's the seat of the government. I respect the White House. I respect the
But it looks tight.
It's a cool house, but also I'm not going to be out here supporting the government. So that's why it gets number 5 for me.
What if we threw in House?
Didn't watch
the show House.
Probably bottom.
Oh, I'd probably put that, even though I barely watched it. I maybe either in front or behind House of the Dragon for me, just because he's such a dick. I love that character. He's awesome. He's a fucking asshole. It's like, oh, you're fat. You need to lose weight. How dare you say that? All right, I don't care. Fatty, die. I don't give a shit.
It's a good character. Probably be up there my top 3 as well. Yeah.
Power ranking houses. Those are our official
that was a good one.
Power ranking of houses. We need to start making graphics for these.
We should.
Robert,
who won?
Do that. You do that. Like, just because, like, I think that like our official house power rankings, and it's like they didn't even use all the houses, but it's
that's gonna be
1,
the
2, 3, 4, 5. It's just like an accumulation of what ours are together. Like, there's not not all 3 of our selections. It's just like an average of what we got with them. And then we'll just have like embrace debate conversations. How could you put House of Dragon at the bottom like that?
Dude, I would get so many people like, dude, how are you putting the White House last? What do you hate America? You fucking lib cuck. I'd be like, no, it's the opposite. I absolutely hate our government. So without context of why I put White House at 5, I would get so many people in my ass, and that would be fucking hilarious.
Yeah, we're gonna just need to like. What, like, no matter what our
I want no context.
We just need to make the most like just the weirdest one, so people talk about it. So White House obviously is last on it. House of the Dragon has to be 4 because then people
Oh,
are
you
like,
gotta
how
stick
is
to your
House of the
answer.
Dragon not at the top? No, but I'm saying the one we post isn't going to be everybody's individual power rankings. It'll just be the most controversial ones that we can put together out of the 5 that we get each week. Like Home Alone would be like towards the bottom because people are like, no, that's sick, and they would bitch about it.
Maybe
Like, House of the
maybe you
Dragon
make that
could be
one.
at the bottom too.
You make a 4th column that's like audience vote, and you just make that one absolute shit. It's like how did you get an audience vote on this before you posted it?
Honorable mention, yeah, audience score. But like honorable mentions, and they're just like the worst ones that like people are like, that's not even one of the obvious ones you left out.
Playing House.
House music.
House Hunters International.
House Hunters should be definitely one of those. Power ranking houses. That was fun. Thanks, David. At hand_solo69. Our next one comes from Adam the Cop. Adam Knockgrass. He's at deputy83t12 on Twitter. And Adam says, is a turtle without a shell homeless or just naked?
Turtle without a shell is in excruciating pain because the shell is actually like part of their skeletal system.
Well, it's also its home, and that's what we always have heard, that it's
like
turtle's home. So I feel like
Bugs Bunny cartoons really fucked us up that we thought turtles could just come out of their shell and be naked.
they're not like
No, dude. No, they don't like live with it. That's their body. That's part of their body.
Yeah.
So like when Kevin crushed that turtle, he was causing it a lot of pain.
Well, he found it that way. He repaired it. He was trying to heal it.
And then he killed it again.
Well, it was already dead, but
yeah. I guess
it had been dead the whole time.
I guess the closer answer would be naked because like even part of your body has been removed, so you're about as nude as it gets.
No, ever since I was a kid, I was told that the turtle's home is his shell, so I just assume that he's dead.
Robert, tiebreaker.
No, I mean, I just assume I assume he's homeless. Excuse me, but he's also dead. You're right.
He's naked. Naked.
Mm-hmm.
Champion.
All right, I got outvoted.
You're a smart man.
All right, last one we got. This is from Todd Boss. At @as_scene_by_TV. Todd's our back-to-back Gravy Gangster Award winner at the Gravies Awards the last 2 years. But Todd says, is snail mail considered social media?
No, it's not social. It's actually a felony for somebody else to open up your mail.
I would say it might be like the original. So like social media, you're being social with somebody when you're writing them a letter.
I think social media more entails
being social.
Not a one-on-one thing though. I think social media more entails that like it's out there, it's public, it's social for multiple people to interact with.
Wedding invitations. That's very like now you go on Facebook and it's like I RSVP, I am going, or I am not going. But like originally that was you just sent that in the mail. Now people still send stuff in the mail like that. Like I think it is like the OG social media, but I don't really think it's social media also at the same time.
I'd say it's conventional media and not social media.
But you're being social.
It's old school media.
With people through the mail.
Like I said, I think I see social media more as like a.
But most of it is just
non-one-on-one, more multiple interaction. Like it's more of a group thing that multiple people can interact with, not a one-on-one back and forth. Of course, there are DMs
back and forth for sure.
But social media in general, I see as more of a communal interactive thing.
Save the date. Hey, look, we're expecting like all those. That's social media, dude. That was like the OG. So Christmas cards. The family's doing great here in Palm Springs. JJ just started playing Little League Baseball, and Morgan is in 3rd grade.
That's like, just a message, though. Like, so
but that's
even
like what
social media
post
has
every
DMs?
day now on Facebook. It's the original social media.
Well, no, because now because of social media, it's public. Before it was just like I send this to one person. I send this to one person. It was dumb. Now you can just send it once and share it socially to everybody. So yeah, no, it's not.
Robert,
because social media, you need the multitude.
You do need the multitude. Another time I'm agreeing with Pat.
Sending Christmas cards to multiple people is the same thing. It's
a one-on-one interaction each time. You're not sending it to like a cul-de-sac and be like, everyone down here, share this one card.
And are flyers the OG social media?
It's still only a solo response back though. Like it's
What
not.
if-
I want
What
8
if
people
the
to write
ones that
on
you
this.
tape up, like you tape up garage sale here, and you just tape it on the sign. People are like, "Oh, there's a garage sale that way," but everybody's interacting with it at that time.
But not as a group.
Signs of the original social media. You kind of are if you go there.
That I
can
can get behind.
Sale.
Austin, that direction. We're like, oh sweet, now I know where to point my covered wagon.
Everybody knows this is where that is. Yeah.
All
I
right.
think snail mail technically should be social media, but I got
Nope.
upset on that one again. At Pass the Great Pod, hashtag PTG answers. If you would like to submit some future answers questions for us, keep them coming. Save the What Would Jesus Do segment as well. Let's start fucking ranking home runs, guys. Are they darlings? Are they marlins? Are they
They're dongs.
just straight up D-lambs? Also, darling like a Marlin shirts, passthegreatmerch.com. If you want to go load up on those, it's D-lamb season. Let's get ready for
No.
it. I will.
Nope. We're
I
rating
will-
dongs.
I will. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. It has nothing
we
to do with
are.
us. D-lamb has stuff to do with us. It's the newest stat. It's taking the nation by storm. But passthegreatmerch.com if you want to get darling like a Marlin shirts to get with the trend, get with the times. At Pass the Great Pod is where you can find me. I'm at Alex J. Middleton. Pat's at not Pat Dion. Robert is at Robert Barbosa 03. Robert does a podcast with Sam, who you sort of heard on today's podcast. A recent study suggests every week on Mondays are when you can get new episodes there. If you're listening to us, you can listen to them wherever you hear us right now. Every Monday, check it out. Give them a 5-star review on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever you listen to podcasts. Help them out. Give them a nice little review. Do the same for us. Pass the Great Podcast 5-star review. Roast us in the reviews. But like, give us the 5-star to help our ratings go up and help us show up more. Go make sure to subscribe to our podcast page on YouTube, our podcast channel, Pass the Great Podcast on. Is it just youtube.com/Pass the Great Podcast yet?
Yes, I believe so.
If you can't find it, just search Pass the Great Podcast and you'll find our channel. Hit subscribe to it. But let's get those numbies up there. Go like the videos. Just like all of our stuff. Just help us out. Help us out with those interactions. We really appreciate it. You guys are the best. We love you guys. What we got? We don't have anything to promote. I have the Claire Big Blue podcast. You want to talk a little soccer, a little football with me and my buddy Mike Fish every single Tuesday. We go live at 5:00 Central Time. You can watch us
It's
on the
Tuesday,
Claire Big
isn't
Blue
it?
podcast channel.
Please tell me you do that every time.
And Facebook. He intros us, but no, I need to do that.
Yeah, you should start going. It's Tuesday, isn't it? Every time.
Tuesday, ain't it, mate? At Pass Great Pod, give us that 5-star review. You guys are awesome. Have a great rest of your week. I think early podcast next week. Maybe we put out the episode on Wednesday morning. A little early pod, early release for the pod next week because we got some other stuff going down on Wednesday. The Pass the Gravy podcast, the Gravy Hole will be back. Shout out to our buddy Bro Brad. Also hit up our buddy Price of his EJ if you would like to be involved with the Gravy Hole in any capacity. He's trying to get some stuff together. If you want any golf information for the Rod Ryan Show Boobs Rock Golf Tournament, Gravy Hole is going to be out there. We're going to be having a great time. That's next Wednesday. I guess you can't really buy into it, but if you want to help out with the Gravy Hole, hit up Price of his EJ. Just let him know. And that is pretty much all I got for you guys. Have a great rest of your week. We'll talk to you guys early next week. And until then, go Giants and pass the gravy. Yeah. Bitches.
Shorty had the